Hey, East Texas. This is a podcast where we discuss local, helpful information with the people and the stories behind it. In partnership with Moberly Baptist Church. I'm your host, Brandon Watson. All right, we want to welcome everybody back to Hey, East Texas. It has been a great kickoff to this third season. We're excited about adding video, and we are going to dig in a little bit today. We're going to be talking small business in East Texas, but first things first, we want to thank our sponsors for today's episode, and those sponsors are Juicy's Tacos. They have 5 East Texas locations ready to serve you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they believe in serving fresh ingredients. In fact, they would say freshness and flavor matter. So make sure that you go by and enjoy Juicy's Tacos at one of the 5 East Texas locations. Our next sponsor is Precision Pools, where they build custom swimming pools and outdoor living spaces. They have an excellent maintenance and service department. You want to give Tommy Curl and his team a call at Precision Pools. They will help expand and make your backyard what you've always dreamed it to be. So they always say this, really live outdoors, make memories one splash at a time. So call Precision Pools. Well, today, like I said, we're talking small East Texas business, and we're shining the light on a brand new business here in East Texas that is rooted in community, creativity, and connection. We're talking about Local Roots Collective, and we have their inspiring founders here today. Korinna Duke and Katie Soape are with us, and they're 2 women on a mission really to help their clients with a social media marketing plan with excellence in strategy, content creation, and memorable media. So we want to welcome Korinna and Katie to the show today. Well, it's good to have you. And Katie has been here before. Mm-hmm. Yes, and she helped us interview her dad, Chuck King, and this time we get to interview her. So she's in the hot seat today.
Different being on this side.
Yes, absolutely. So how are y'all doing? Having a good day?
Yeah.
Awesome. So far? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Korinna and Katie, we're going to have y'all introduce yourself and tell us really about yourself and your family. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess I'll start with this one. I'm Korinna Duke, and I'm the one half of Local Roots Collective. And a little bit about myself is my background is in photography. And so I've been doing that since high school, taking pictures. I filled in a need that was there for yearbook in high school, and I fell in love with it. And so I've been doing that a really long time. When I'm not taking pictures, I am raising 2 little kiddos, just turned 4 and almost 3. My son Camden is oldest, and then Kiersey is the almost 3-year-old. And they're so much fun. We just have a blast throughout the days. They actually get to go with me onto a lot of projects and things like that when it seems necessary for them to come, and they love it. They know their mommy takes pictures, and they also have a dad. That's Kevin. That's my husband. Can't forget him. He'd be a little bit sad.
Yeah, he would be like, I thought you were married.
Yeah, there's a dad out there. No, it's Kevin, and he is awesome. He's my supporter, my rock, and he's always like, yeah, do whatever you want to do. He always supports whatever I want to do for business. So it's fun. Yeah.
That's good. All right, Katie, you're up.
I'm the second half of Local Roots.
She might be the first half, and I'm the second half.
Yeah, I'll take the second. Mm-hmm. It's fine. I am Katie Soape. I have worked at Chick-fil-A in Longview for 16 years now. I'm married to my husband, Joel, and he is also just my greatest supporter of everything that I'd like to do in life. He's always there, and I have 2 girls, Kingsley and Jordan. And we just really enjoy spending time together as a family outside of work.
Awesome. The second/first half. How do y'all decide that?
I guess it just depends on the project.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, tell us where you grew up and how you guys met each other and became friends.
I was born and raised here in Longview, have actually attended Moberly my entire life. I've never left. So I grew up here in Longview. I have a degree in marketing from ETBU over in Marshall, and we met at small group. we were trying to figure out actually how long it's been. We haven't quite narrowed that down, but
Our best guess is after Kevin and I got married, we were put into a small group, and we're almost sure that's how it is.
We're pretty sure
we
that's
can
how it
remember
is.
our first photo shoot together, which was her daughter, her oldest.
She would have been 2.
Yes.
That's when we know we for
And
sure
how
met.
old is Kingsley now?
She will be 11 in December.
Okay. So we've at least 9 years. But I am from not East Texas. I'm not a native. Thank you for having me on here anyway.
Yeah, but you got here as fast as you could.
Yes, and I knew that was a joke that either my husband says because he is born and raised Longview. But I'm from the Indianapolis area, and I went to college in Ohio, Cedarville University. It's small, but if you know of it, just a great feelings towards it, but a marketing degree in that as well. And so right after college, I moved here. My sister was in the area, and she's like, hey, if you want to come here for the summer in 2014, just come for the summer, and then you can do what you want after that. And I haven't left.
Awesome. All right. So if you could define your friendship in a word or two, what would you say?
This question wasn't on our list.
That's a trick
That's
question.
right.
It's a trick question.
Because I'm bringing those questions all day long.
Oh, man, Brandon.
Yeah, what would y'all say? How would you describe your friendship? Obviously, you felt strong enough that you could work together.
I would say it's easy.
Yeah.
Some relationships, you maybe have to work a little harder, or you don't necessarily have a ton in common, but you still like each other's company, or, whatever that looks like. But Katie and I, we can't even define when we met because it just has felt so easy and just natural. We have similar personalities, but then some of these questions, I'm like, we do not have similar personalities. Yeah. But for work, at least, and through friendship and family. So it's just been, I think, in my opinion, an easy relationship. But maybe I'm the difficult one. And
that was a good 1 or 2 word answer. I just got to mess with you, Korinna. 1 or 2 words, Katie.
I was going to say, encouraging, life-giving. I'm not going to give you a 1 or 2 word answer either. So there
you go.
We'll really throw you off.
Shorten another answer for you.
But that's why you're good at what you do. How did you get your name for the company? Where did that come from?
Well, that's funny because we were talking about it, and it was like, okay, apparently we can't think of a name, but our names both start with K's. And so I was like, all right, this could be funny with ChatGPT because we both also really like coffee. So I was like, let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. And so we put in, we're 2 moms who like coffee. Our names start with K, and we want to start a digital social media company. What should our name be? And popped out about 15 different names, and one of them was Click and Connect, but with a K. And Mocha Coffee. There were some strange names, and we were like, okay, this is corny and cheesy.
This is going down the wrong path.
It just wasn't working. And so we talked a little more, and we kept coming down to Local Roots, and we were trying to come up with a word that came at the end of Local Roots. And when we said Local Roots Collective, we sat on it. It took us a couple months to finalize everything. We sat on it for a while, and it was one of the last things we decided on.
We had everything else planned out except for the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But every time we came back to it, weeks in between, and it was like, no, I think I do like it. And our husbands gave us the thumbs up. And so we were like, let's do it.
All right. Local Roots Collective. Now, tell everybody about the different services that your company offers.
We kind of offer everything from just small graphic design projects to web development. We really want to cater to what each business needs. And that could be just social media. It could be just photography. It could be just graphic design. But whatever the business needs, we would like to be able to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Awesome. How did this all begin?
It's funny because I was doing photography, and I'd jump in on projects with Katie, with Chick-fil-A, and even just some photo shoots. And we did a horse mini at a barn last year, and it just is always fun to work together. And I kind of came to the end of the season, photography season last year, and I was just kind of just at a point where I'm like, I feel like something needs to change. I need to grow in some area. I don't know how to do it. I'm tired of making decisions by myself. And I was just kind of, I don't know about venting, but just speaking out loud what was going on in my heart. I think I need a business partner or something. And I just don't know what that looks like. And I'm a little type A. If you work with me, you probably would know it. And I'm like, there's just not anyone that I would just go to work with, And Katie just so sweetly every time would be like, well, I'll work with you. I would not mind doing that. That'd be fun. We always have a good time. But she was still finishing things, and I didn't know how to wrap my mind around that. And so I'd say it again. And well, I think life's about to slow down for me. I think it could be a really fun thing. And finally, our husbands, actually, they're good friends, and they're actually hunting buddies. And I think it was her husband, but he's like, you know what? We would like to be stay-at-home hunters. So if you guys could just go into business together, like, that would be great for us. And
how's that going for them?
Yeah, they're not stay-at-home hunters yet.
Okay.
So
or will they ever be?
We'd have way too many stuffed animals on our wall if they were doing that. So, but honestly, with their support and being like, you guys should do it, their confirmation of, no, you guys would do a great job. We always had a good time. And so at the beginning of the year, we got serious about it and had to finish some things. We wanted to be able to do this well. And so we needed to finish a couple other things that were almost to completion. And so we got it done, and we're like, okay, now's the time. Let's do it.
Yeah. So doing marketing. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
For me, it was like, no, I'll just do it because I'm your friend. Like, I'll help you. Like, nothing. And then it's turned into something fun for both of us to do.
Yeah, that's cool because y'all brought in the photography experience and helping some things there in the marketing world. And then you working for Chick-fil-A and doing their social media and all that advertising strategy was even on a Chick-fil-A national commercial, which I remember sitting in my living room and I was like, that's Katie Soape on my TV.
She's famous.
And
that's
I'm like,
honestly why I went into business with her.
Yeah. I'm actually going to have her sign a Hey East Texas hat.
And I'd be
before we
okay with
leave.
that. I wouldn't be offended.
So y'all bring a lot of great things together. Let's talk about really social media strategies. What are some things that you've learned coming into this and things that you want to help your customers do? What's some things that you've learned through that?
Well, I've been doing social media for local businesses for many years now. And the one thing I keep coming back to is that not every business is the same. It's not one size fits all. Social media strategy that works for this one is not going to work for the other one, or vice versa. And so I can't come at it with, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this right away, and it's going to work, because social media, we all know social media that's not how it works.
Right.
One thing just is funny to somebody and it goes viral, and you're like, I don't understand why that did it. So we're not focusing necessarily on like being trendy, but we're looking at, okay, what strategy is going to work for your business? Are you in retail? Are you food? Katie and I are both really good at understanding the industry and learning. Even if we don't know about it yet, we want to learn it, and then we'll adapt your strategy to that.
Yeah. Katie, anything to add to that?
Just like, you have to be flexible. It's every business changes, every business needs change. Over the years, social media changes, and you just have to be willing to adapt to the changes that come with that.
Yeah. Who could really benefit from these services that you offer from your company, and how do they begin to engage with you to see how this works?
If you are concerned about social media, you don't know the first thing about social media. If you don't like social media, great, come to us. We're happy to get you connected, because we know social media is important, but we know that you maybe don't have time for it and you don't want to have to do it. If you're a small business and you're looking to grow, we'd love to work with you. If you're a bigger company, but you don't have an employee, or you don't have the budget to be able to hire a full-time employee, give us a call. Our website lays out a lot of different people, and we have a lot of pricing that offers, like, from smaller businesses, bigger businesses, if you need more from us and what that looks like. But we want to help the local business first and foremost, and we want to see you guys succeed. And so if you just are not sure about social media, or if you need branding photos or graphic design, that's also a part of what we can offer. But we've been selling the social media part of it because we know that that's really important for small businesses, and maybe they aren't doing that right now.
Right.
If you know Katie and I, feel free to give us a text. We've gotten a couple texts from business owners, and we're great to answer that call. You can go to our website, email us, Facebook. Again, we are flexible. So if you're contacting us, we'll get a hold of you.
All right. So, and your website is?
localrootscollective.com.
What kind of plans do you offer? And, obviously, there's additional things that you offer as well outside of just those plans, right?
Yeah. So we have like kind of three basic structures that we have that depend on how many posts you're needing, if you need full graphic content, full photography content. So those can range from very minimal to full web development, constant photography, and graphic design. So we really do want to try and just structure it to what the business needs, not put every business in the same box, because it will all be different for every business.
Yeah. And I think I just go back to the fact of the years of experience. Yes, you are a new small business and you're already getting calls. You're already in the grind of this day in and day out already. And your shared experience and years of experience coming together to do this, I think is very, very important. What do you really want your clients to say about you after they have really worked with you for a while? What's that end goal that you like, okay, we know that we're being successful, not only just in the numbers and how that works with social media, but from your clients?
We really do truly hope that they just enjoy working with us, and then that will over time give us new clients, and they will see success in their business, or that they are getting more sales or more reach to their customers or new customers over time. But at the end of the day, we both do truly hope that they enjoy working with us for who we are.
Other than just knowing that we brought success, like our social media strategy has helped them be more successful, help them grow. And that's going to look different. If you're one example I think of, I've been doing this for a couple retail stores, and I'd come in to do their pictures or talk strategy with them. And they'd be like, hey, you remember that item you posted last week? The person came in that same day, showed us a social media post, and they bought that. And those are small things. It's just a social media post.
But it means it's effective.
But it means it worked.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'd be like, man, that one, they only have like 10 people like that one, okay. But someone saw it.
It doesn't mean they didn't see it.
Someone saw it and someone decided to come in and get it. And there's a lot of strategies you can have, but that's a small thing when I would show up and maybe that business owner's like, okay, this is doing something, because they don't care about social media, but they know I'm showing up. I care. I've done the job, and hey, we sold that item. That's awesome. Oftentimes I'm like, do I get commission on that thing? But that's, it's fun. It's fun to see.
Have you ever been driving down the road and you see the billboards that say advertising works? You just read this.
Yes.
And I'm like, yes, I guess it works.
Like, you got me.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
you got me. I mean, because our brain can take in so many images and we can see it. Just because we don't press like doesn't mean that it wasn't noticed, it wasn't seen. And so I like that. So let's talk about small businesses. And y'all hit on this a little bit earlier, that small business owners have a specialty, and hopefully that's what they're doing, their business in, and they put all their time and efforts in that. And they may not have the time and effort to do what you guys offer, which is a big plus. But as you guys know, there are challenges and rewards to small business ownership. And so early on, what's some things that you guys have found about that, even for yourself, about challenges and rewards to doing this? I mean, how many clients? I mean, how much is too much?
And that is the question I was asking myself in the fall. Like, how much work is too much work? When do I say no? When do I decide, when do I grow? That was one of my questions, is how do I grow? And I didn't know how to do that, because I was at my limit of, I've got my kids at home. And so that was definitely questions that I was having. And so it's been fun to see in the last month how we are learning to communicate, but how we're also learning to, like, she'll text and say, get back to me the next day. And she's like, I'm sorry, I was with the kids or something. And I'm like, we're going to have to learn to be like, it's okay. You don't have to say sorry. I get it. And we trust each other to make decisions. So there's been a couple times where people have emailed us and one of us emails back, or we're like, hey, are you good with this? I'm good. And then I take the lead or she takes the lead. And so just feeling that back and forth of, we trust each other. And it's really cool to see that just in the first couple months of our business is like, you've got this, go ahead and handle it. That's fine.
Yeah. And you've been a part of that, being around Dad's business for a while. I mean, although Chick-fil-A is a national chain, but on the local part, it's still a small business as well.
Yeah.
And so you've seen that, and now you're experiencing it even more now personally.
Yes. Thankfully not in a restaurant style. This is a little bit easier with one coworker instead of multiple.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it goes back to just our friendship. It's always been very easy, and it makes working together very easy because we do have a trust that it's like we're going to get it done. And I may do a project and she finishes it because she just knows exactly where I was headed. It's been kind of funny figuring that out. But it is nice having someone to bounce ideas off of and not just be alone in making that decision for the business.
There's a book that I read that said that there is strength in numbers. The Bible, but
it's a pretty good book.
Yeah, it's a great book. It's good knowledge and growth book. But it's true. I mean, because of your friendship, you're seeing that, and you're seeing that, this is what even a small business community of owners come together and balance each other out.
But
for sure.
Brandon, what's been so sweet?
Yeah.
Is people like you who are like, I told this small business owner friend about you. And I've never done a social media post for you, Brandon, but you know us and you trust us. And that just means the world they can hire us and they can learn that we're going to work really hard for them and we're going to care a lot about their business. And if someone calls us and they want us to sell elevators or something, like, we'll sell those elevators for you and we'll learn about it and we're going to love it. But
we're going to love figuring out about elevators. We will figure out anything.
Yeah.
That's
but
right.
Thank you for to all the people who've been sharing our name, and whether we've worked with you or you just know us and you're like, you need to know Katie and Korinna. Like that, that's great. I mean, we're not in the low part of work right now because we just started. But when it gets hard and when we're like, what are we doing? Why'd we do this? Like, remembering that people are willing to share our name and tell people about us, that's huge.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this. Why do y'all love East Texas? I mean, you're a transplant, and Kevin got you and locked you in down here. But what is it about East Texas? Because not only do you represent these companies, but you represent the culture, and you have to communicate the culture in your job. So, I mean, what is it about East Texas that you love?
I'll let Katie start.
I love it here. Obviously born and raised and never left, but I just always loved the people. I think that really makes the community here. And then I just love the atmosphere that Longview provides, very family friendly, but it really does come down to the people that are here.
Yeah, don't you love that you can be somewhere in about 20 minutes in Longview?
Yes, would not trade that for
East
anything.
Texas. I mean, it's a little tougher in some East Texas towns, like driving down Broadway in Tyler's pretty tough sometimes, especially during the holiday season. But I will say East Texas has that you can be in some really neat towns in a short amount of time here in East Texas, and the green rolling hills and stuff. Korinna, I want to hear what you'd say, especially since you're not from here.
Yeah. The first thing I would tell people, I actually do like the weather better than Indiana, where I'm from. I hate long winters and snow.
Even summer.
I'll take the heat over long winters. It's long. I mean, winter is long. But without telling Katie, I had thought the people as well. But from a perspective of I worked with a lot of local businesses, and I know business owners and just their heart. I know because of my age, I know a lot of them are starting their own businesses right now, and their heart for Longview and for East Texas is just beautiful to see. And so I've just really enjoyed that part of the people as well.
Awesome. Well, before we get into the Big Seven, we're going to take a break and hear from our sponsors.
Why settle for the other guys when you can have the best? Only at Juicy's Taco.
Hey, East Texas. I'm Tommy Curl, owner at Precision Pools. We build custom swimming pools that blend relaxation, fun, and timeless beauty. With our commitment to honesty, integrity, and superior craftsmanship, we'll design your dream pool to stand the test of time. Visit PrecisionPoolsTX.com.
Okay, we're back, and we're very thankful for our sponsors. We're getting into the Big Seven with Korinna and Katie. And we always start with question number one, which is, what is the greatest lesson you've ever learned? And I'm interested in how we're dividing this up, or how are we doing this?
Well, I think we have answers for all of them, but we're okay if you only let one of us answer.
Hey, 1 or 2 word answers, y'all. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. That is well.
I'm just
Do
kidding.
you want to take this one?
I'll
Katie?
start it.
Okay.
Probably for me, some may know my history of having a daughter that was chronically ill, but I have really learned how to just release my plans that I had to the Lord, because not much of my adult life has gone in my plan. And I wouldn't even say I had plans of owning a business one day. It was just, I've just truly learned to just give my plans to the Lord. And that's a very big lesson to have to learn.
Yeah, and it's the best lesson,
Yes.
because anything that's in God's hands and out of our hands is going to be okay, regardless, right?
Yeah.
Because when it's in our hands, we worry about it too much, and we're anxious, and it starts tearing us apart. So, yeah, great answer. Good answer. What would you say, Korinna?
Yeah, I actually had a different answer, but I'm going to change it. I know that the Lord is working on my need for control. Like I said earlier, I'm a little type A about certain things. And when you have kids, or when you have other people part of your life, you can realize stuff about yourself that you're like, oh, I am trying to be way too efficient right now, and I'm taking people out with me. And so in the last couple of years, the Lord has been like, yeah, it's good to be efficient, and it's good to have a plan, and it's good to do this, this, and this, but it's also good to be okay if it doesn't happen. And
Yeah.
it's been fun. It's been a little bit of a journey as well, but I that's hands down what the Lord is working in me right now.
That's good. That's good. Number 2, how has failure shaped your life?
Brandon, I'll admit, and I might be the same with everybody else in this world, I hate to fail. I've never liked it, and I've known that about myself. I hate failing. That probably comes with the type A-ness and control. But the more I talk to people and they're willing to share their failures, like, hey, this just didn't go well, and you realize people are really gracious when you fail. If you're willing to admit it, if you're willing to be like, I'm really sorry, I messed up.
Yeah.
They're so gracious.
You know what it is? It's welcome to the club.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what it
true.
is.
It's true.
I mean, this is part of life.
Yeah. So learning that people are fine if you fail, and life keeps moving on if you fail. And it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. Hopefully we learn from it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have an answer until right now. That was the one question I couldn't figure out. But it's just turning failures into learning experiences.
Yeah.
Because we can always learn, and just you don't have to let a failure define you, but you can learn from it.
Yeah. I think John Maxwell said, sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. And that's true, because whenever we do fail or we do lose, we can learn something about ourselves. We can learn something about our effort. We can learn something about our competition. We can learn a lot of things about life. This is question number 3. What are you learning now?
I am truly learning to embrace the season I am with my kids. I do have a 10-year-old, and I see time fleeting now, and I'm just trying to embrace it and not rush through just the motions of life right now.
Yeah. Being present.
Yes.
Yeah. That's really good. What about you, Korinna? What are you learning now?
Right now, like today, I am learning that God is going before us in our decisions. And so specifically, if he's calling me to something and he is specifically telling me this is what you're supposed to do, he's already gone before me. And so the fear or the lack of faith that I have, he's like, no, I'm calling you to this. And I'm telling you right now, like, I am learning this in the last 24 hours this is what it is. So as close to learning as possible, I'm learning that today.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 4. Who's an East Texan that you know that we should know?
We have a group answer.
We
We
do.
did.
A group answer.
We did, yes. We have an answer together. We came up with it.
Yeah.
And
Since we're friends, we
Yes.
know people are together.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we were trying to come up with individual answers. And I'm like, you know what? This makes more sense to do this one together. We have a lot of people we care dearly about. So it was hard to just say one, but we will just say one couple for you.
A couple.
So 2 people.
Okay.
We think everyone should know Lainey and Lucas Mock
Okay.
with Crossbeam Construction.
Yes.
So
Lainey has been my biggest photography supporter. And not only does she come and get pictures often, but she tells everybody about me, and I always has. And she's the biggest local business supporter that I know of in the area. And they also started their bit, like Lucas started his business from literally the dirt up, because he does construction. And now it's a family run business, and him and Lainey are doing it together. And they're people who just want to serve, and they want to love people, and they've always supported. I mean, you don't have to convince Lainey to support you. If you tell her you need support, she's like, I'm there for you.
That's good.
yeah,
All right. We love the Mocks. The Mocks are good people.
They're great people.
Yeah, for sure. Question number 5. What's something that you've read that we should read? Are y'all big readers?
This is where I was surprised by Katie's answer.
I should have actually held on to my answer, and so we could have all gotten her reaction.
Yeah.
But she learned something about me
did.
today, that I actually love World War II historical fiction novels. That was a
Historical fiction.
Yes.
Okay.
So
like the movie Pearl Harbor.
yes,
would be-
I love.
It ties a historical
Who knew?
moment
Yeah.
and then a fictional story.
But her face was really entertaining when I
I
first.
was like, what?
She did not know I really love to read, so
This
that was
is where we are exact opposites.
Do you like to read?
no,
That's Katie.
Yeah.
Did you finish your answer
no.
on that
But
one?
it's called The Things We Cannot Say. It's a fiction novel. It's not, and it's just a nice read, an enjoyable read
Yeah. Okay. Good.
about an actual kind of true event that happened. So
Did you? Okay. That at a certain time period.
in like World War II.
Yeah.
So-
The early mid 40s. Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right.
Something I knew nothing about.
Wow.
I mean, I know about World War II, but
So I'm so glad y'all came on this podcast so you could learn
Yeah.
a lot about each other.
We did.
Yes.
we sure
fun.
did.
That's good.
Brandon, I'm not a big reader, mainly because I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and it's hard for me to slow down, I should say. I love to travel, so I can slow down traveling, but it's hard for me to sit down an evening to read. But do you remember that book that you recommended in the formations class?
Okay.
Bible overview one?
Yeah.
Basics of photography. Here I am.
Basics of
I do also read
Yes,
that book.
I do that. I give basics of photography in our Bible overview class.
Oh,
which
I
is-
think it's called Bible. What's the name of the book?
Which one? Clarifying the Bible, or are you talking about
Little
the
chapters, and
Oh,
it
okay.
runs over. I looked it
40
up.
days of learning?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. 40 days of God's word.
You were nowhere
Learning the
close
Bible.
No.
trying to guess the title of
Well,
that book.
I said basics of photography, so that's where we're at. This is how much I read.
Yeah.
I can read, in case you wondered. But that book has been just so great, not only for me, but my husband and I just read a chapter a night, and not every night, but we read it, and we're learning something together. It's a book. I've been in the church my whole life, my dad being a pastor, and I could have told you a lot about the Bible. I've known a lot about it. I've enjoyed learning about it. But getting into that book, when you recommended, I was like, not sure what more, like
What
what
does
I don't,
Bran- what does
what
Brandon
basic
know?
stuff I don't know
What
about.
does Brandon know?
There's
Doesn't know
always stuff
anything.
to learn about the Bible, but like a basic level book, I was like, I don't know. But I started reading it, and my mind was just blown based off of just like learning how the Bible's written and the order it's written, and there's actually a rhyme and reason to a lot of that kind of stuff.
Right.
And the sections of the books of the Bible where they fall in exile or stuff. It's been so fun. So
The eras, yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
all of that has been so good, and it's been good for my husband and I to read together because we don't do that a lot, and so it's been just a really great book. Maybe Brandon can link that or something since I failed at the name, but yeah, that's been so good for me.
All right. Question number 6. See, we're learning more about you guys. Question number 6. What's something that you've done that we should do? What's an experience?
Also struggled on this one because I find myself to be kind of boring. But I'm like,
Katie.
but it may sound odd to people, but I have discovered going to Colorado in the summertime, not the winter. I only grew up going in the winter,
Oh, it's beautiful.
but it is, I think, more fun in the summertime to just go experience all of just what it has to offer.
Yeah. Warm days, cool nights.
Yes.
It's very
And there's something about seeing like the sunset and just the blue sky up a lot closer to it. I don't know. There's just something special and beautiful about it.
Right there by the Continental Divide.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is only going to be helpful to anyone who hasn't gone to college yet. But I studied abroad in Ireland for a semester in college, and it was the best experience, I want to say, of my life, but I should probably put other things about
I went
that.
to Ireland a couple of years ago. It was fun.
So if you can't study abroad because you're maybe not in college anymore or, not able to do study, I would also think you should travel to Ireland.
Yeah.
I lived with an Irish lady, and she cooked for me, so I had all the Irish food, and I traveled, and it was awesome.
I had a lot of stew and fish and chips that
Lots
time.
of fish and chips.
Yes, and I love fish and chips. So it was just like, this is a good place.
It's
That's
great.
really, really good. Okay, our last question, number 7, our most important question. How can we pray for you guys?
Maybe just pray for wisdom as we're new at this. I am a new business owner. She is not. But just pray for wisdom as we navigate what this business looks like, and then our families and other work that we do, how it all
The work-life balance.
Yeah, work-life balance.
Yeah. We also want to make decisions by the Spirit. And so having a business plan and strategy for ourselves, but also knowing where the Lord is, like He called us to this. So knowing where we go with that.
Yeah. Let me pray for y'all right now. All right. God, thank you for the opportunity we have just to sit down with Korinna and Katie. And God, we do pray for wisdom over their business. We thank you for the blessing that you've given them as friends to be able to come together and their experience and start this business. And I just pray that it would flourish. And God, I pray that you would continue to bless them. But like Korinna said, that they would just lean on you and for your wisdom and for your path that you want them to walk. And God, that you would just lead them through this great journey of Local Roots Collective. And God, just they'll be able to help so many people. Thank you for being able to learn some new things about them today. And we thank you for just the ability to sit down and talk. And we pray all this in the name of Jesus. Amen. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming in and just sharing. I would have never have known that about Katie, about the reading. The reading thing threw me.
No,
just for a
I'm
little
thrown.
Bit. Yeah.
I'm thrown for sure.
Yeah. It may be a while before I come back from that. But
Wait, you're not going to go read that book?
No. I don't know.
If you like that time period, I can't say I can get through many non-fiction books, actually. It's not my...
There's not a lot of the photos in that book.
Oh, no.
No.
The basics of photography one that you recommended would have been my... Thank you, Brandon,
we
so much.
wish
Thank
you
you.
guys the very best. And, we want to see small businesses in East Texas thrive. So thank y'all for coming on. We want to thank you guys for listening. We want to thank you for really being a part and giving us feedback on social media. And we've been getting some great questions and some great guest recommendations. And so thank you for being a part of the podcast. And don't forget to share that we're now on YouTube, and you can watch these and you can share those with your friends. Have a great day. We love you, East Texas.